JJ the CPA here. Wanted to briefly tell you about the Families First Coronavirus Relief Act. In that act are many things, but there's two acts in there that are leading to payroll tax credits. The first one is the Emergency Paid Sick Leave Act, and the other one is the Emergency Family and Medical Leave Expansion Act, okay? Both of these things are leading to payroll tax credits, which means that the employer that's paying wages for employees that qualify under this will get a payroll tax credit. What that means is that the payroll tax that they're going to go pay to the government, to the IRS, will be immediately reduced by the amount of the credit. The first thing I want you to know is that that credit will always be limited, no matter what, to 7.65% of all wages. This is the Social Security and Medicare taxes that the employer pays in addition to the payroll. So whatever the credit ends up being, it will be the lesser of whatever the credit is that's calculated, or 7.65% of all wages. So keep that in mind. Now, related to the Emergency Paid Sick Leave Act, and again, it's inside the Families First Coronavirus Relief Act, but the Emergency Paid Sick Leave Act, if you remember the sick leave part, what we're looking at here is $511 a day or $200 a day with a 10-day max. The $511 a day is the credit, okay, that up to that amount of what's paid to the employee, the employer gets an employer payroll tax credit. Now, to qualify for the $511, they have to either be in quarantine, ordered to be in quarantine by a medical professional, or have coronavirus or have symptoms of the coronavirus. If they have that, then up to $511 is the tax credit. If they're caring for somebody, they're taking care of somebody that's quarantined, told to quarantine, that has a coronavirus or symptoms of the coronavirus, if they're caring for them, that employee, they would qualify for a $200 a day tax credit. Both of these are a 10-day max. So on the sick leave, it's the $511, $200 per day max for 10 days. Now, very completely different circumstance, but it leads to a payroll tax credit. Again, both these credits, all credits cannot exceed 7.65% of wages. Now, on the Emergency Family and Medical Leave Expansion Act, that's inside the Families First Coronavirus Relief Act, it's $200 a day max per employee with $10,000 max per employee. Now, that may sound exciting at first, but you have to remember the credit is limited to 7.65% of all wages. Now, what does that mean? When you're talking about the Emergency Family and Medical Leave Act, the expanded one, if somebody has to be, if they're unable to work because they have to care for a son or a daughter, that's what it says in the act, a son or a daughter under 18 because school is closed or the care provider is unavailable, okay? If that employee's out for that and the employer pays, that qualifies for that credit. Or if that individual can't work due to a declared health emergency that's declared by the federal, state, or local authority. And then this is per employee. So both of them, it's per employee, okay? If they're gone because of their kiddos and there's a health emergency, okay? So they don't have coronas, no one has coronavirus. That's a $200 day per max with a $10,000 limit per employee. If they do have coronavirus, quarantined, or they're caring for, you have the $511 and the $200 with a 10-day max. So for those of you that are not clients, I hope you're doing well. You can go to jjthecpahelp.com. The reason I set it up is that it's separate and apart from my business. It's meant for those that aren't clients. It's a resource. I walk through this. I have a memo. I have examples. I walk it through. I have other videos where I spend more time on each act. And I'm going to have, and I have videos where I go through examples with you, and I have examples on that website, as well as a survival guide and things to think about with small businesses, thinking about credit card, what you should do there, getting cash out, adjusting your withholdings. I have a lot of good information that I'm trying to put out there, because anytime I'm providing information to my clients, I think maybe I should share this with others. So hopefully it helps. Appreciate you. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can check me out on anywhere in social media with hashtag JJ the CPA. So be well. JJ the CPA out.